Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Can you please tell us what really happened? What happened to your car?
We went for the stakeholder membership registration sensitization program at Banquet Hall. So we just see that the governor mobilized people from different local government. They were shouting. We didn't talk. So after that, they asked us to come in for the program. That's what we just saw. They just go and went. They attack our state chairman. They hold his clothes. They want to tear his clothes. Later on, they were throwing chair on us. After that, before I go outside, they have disrupt my car. They pack the money because I'm a businesswoman. They pack all my money, the gold that I want to return to my mom. They pack everything inside the car.
Could you recognize any of those people that you think did this?
It's not that I don't recognize them, but the SA domestic to the governor, they used to call him SOJ, and SA political, SA women and empowerment. That's Yalamule. They were the one that instructed the boys to go and destruct my car, because they were shouting that Yamule have given them the order to go and destroy the car and the SOJ.
So what do you think could be responsible why your car? Since you are in the same party, why should they destroy?
They say that I'm not loyal to the governor, that I'm with the party. And without party, there is no governor. Because during this election, they did not write the AA in the ballot paper. They wrote APC. So why all this?
So what do you want from the national leadership of your party to do now?
They should take step, because if they want to lose Kwara, they should not. They can lose Kwara on this issue. They can lose Kwara because AA did not have anybody. Did not have anybody, and no BOB, no membership card, membership registration in Kwara State.
There's this rumor going around that you were attacked. Is it true? If yes, could you please tell us what exactly happened? How did it happen? When, where, and time, sir?
Well, it's not a rumor. It's actually real. What happened was that yesterday, about this time, the chairman of the registration committee posted to the state. I think the committee is about it's a 7-member committee. Senator Damboy is the chairman of the committee. He was the one that sent message to me that I should forward a list of party members who are stakeholders in the party, who the committee we want to meet for today at the stakeholders meeting scheduled for today. This stakeholders meeting is expected to precede the registration exercise in the state. So it happens in other in other states, in APC states. So exactly yesterday night, I was able to send the list to him, the list of stakeholders. I can't remember the exact number now. The list includes that of the National Assembly, that of the governor, the deputy governor, the state assembly members, elders of the party, and other notable critical stakeholders of the party. So I forwarded the list to him. Well, the meeting was scheduled to hold at about 12 noon today. What I first saw was that at the banquet hall where the meeting was to take place, I was at the car park, and after having waited for about 1.5 hours, I had to send message to the chairman to ask him what was happening. That the message that was sent to me and to other party members was that this meeting will commence at about 12. It was already 1:30, and quite unfortunate, even the banquet hall was still under lock and key. We never knew that somebody somewhere was up to a game. At about 1:45, thereabout, we heard that the committee members were already inside. So we made arrangement. We started the APC stakeholders that went with me. They started moving in one after the other. So when it was time for me, as I was about entering the gate, the one woman called Abibat Bojua, which I know very well as a regular supporter of Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, she came around, held my shirt. She rough-handled me, baby. As a woman, I became helpless. There was nothing I could do. But the people around had to find a way of getting their hands off me, and forcefully I was able to enter the hall. But as I entered, that was when I discovered that it was a grand plan. It was a grand design by the governor's men to prevent APC members from getting into the hall. That was when I discovered, because by the time I got in, we discovered that those at the gate, those that man the entrances of the hall, are supporters of the governor. So they were the one that made the arrangement that prevented the APC members from going in. But when the chairman, the registration committee chairman, when he saw that, he was not happy. Because he saw what happened to me. He heard what happened at the gate. I approached him and he saw my clothes, how I was rough handled. Then he said that he was surprised at that, because he never expected that. He said he called this meeting and he expected every stakeholder to actually come and attend the meeting. He said this meeting was neither organized by the party at the state level nor the government. So everybody should be allowed entrance. Everybody should be allowed free access. He was not happy at what happened. Unfortunately, it even went went beyond that. When we were inside, just suddenly some talks led by Obasanjo Alasi. Obasanjo Alasi is the SA domestic to His Excellency. He led some boys into the hall, and they started beating up everybody to the extent that most of the party members, they were wounded, vehicles were vandalized, properties were snatched, and things like that. That was what happened. As I'm talking to you, the state treasurer of the party, he was beaten to a state of coma. He was beaten, he was wounded, even to the extent that one of his teeth was even removed. Possibly, I think he should be, he's been in the hospital now.
By what name? What's the name of it?
The name is Alhaji Dantala Yaro. The car that was, one of the cars that was vandalized was that of the state woman leader, Alhaji Aramat Olaide. The car was smashed. One barrister, Wahab Adesina too, he was also wounded. We have one Toib. Also, so many of APC.
Quantify like how many people were wounded?
Altogether, I think we should have. I think about 10 people were wounded. They sustained various forms of injuries.
Okay, Chairman, this crisis did it happen in the presence of this national executive member, the committee member that came?
Of course, they were in the hall. We saw them throwing chairs. They were in the hall. If the chairman of the registration committee, in fact, the chairman of the committee and the other committee members, they were ferried out of the hall because they were not happy. They saw all that happened, to the extent that the chairman himself complained to me that he didn't expect this kind of thing to happen here, because they came for a registration exercise in which every member of the party must be allowed to register. So he said he wondered why will anybody prevent any party member from entering into the hall.
What do you think could be responsible for this, and what's the way out?
I wouldn't know what could have been responsible. I wouldn't know what would have warranted this, because the ideal thing is that this exercise was put in place by the national body of our party. And the rule that follows is that every member of the party must be allowed to register. I guess what is possibly happening is that some people somewhere are afraid. They want to shut out some members of APC from registering. I guess that is what is happening.